Okay, so wanted to do another little video here, talking about narcissism and the different levels of narcissism, applying levels to narcissism, 1 through 10, and stacking them up. So, one being the displacement once again, two the jealousy, the greed, the envy, the greed. Then the lies are told, and then that manifests. 7 to 8. And then 10, you're dead. Your life that being detrimental to your life, saying so, and that being on its own polar, that being a negative, that's being negative. This is a narcissism in the negative light, but that it also has a positive light, and I don't personally don't identify or want to use the term narcissism, okay, when it's done positively, okay. So there could be a positive narcissism that's at a healthy level. Okay. So I think it has been falsely identified as narcissism, but it could be what somebody else is jealous for. Okay. What somebody else's narcissism and what they're jealous for of you could be considered you being narcissistic. Okay. And that being the positive things, and they don't have the positive things. They've got negative empty voids. Okay. And you having a positive ambition that's been filled with your hard work, your ambitions. I personally don't use the term narcissism, but it could be whatever somebody else's the jealousy, the greed, what they're envious of you for. Okay. So talking about what that is. Okay. So what is that on level 1? What is that? A positive narcissist on level 1, which perfectly happen. That being an active force in the universe that makes things happen, makes you want to get out of bed in the morning, makes you want to go put your bootstraps on, makes you want to pursue things, pursue careers, etc. Is that narcissism? Is it narcissistic to do that? Well, to other people, it could be. Okay, they're jealous of that. They're envious of that. They're greedy of what you have. Okay. 9 times out of 10, they have more than you. Okay, just the way it is. All right. But what starts that on 1? Okay, so that's when a dream is born. Okay, so there's an unsaid goal that's in your mind that you just, for some reason, want to do something. You want to accomplish something. Okay? You want to do something maybe that had never been done. Maybe you want to be the best at something. Maybe you want to do the best that you did at something. Okay? So you have a dream, you have a goal. Okay? So it's a dream. It all is. It's just something that you dreamed up. You come up with. Okay? Is that narcissism? Well, like I said, once again, other people could view it as that, your goals and your dreams. So you don't want to share your positive stuff with other people. Okay? As bad as that it may sound, what I'm saying, you may want to say, well, I can talk openly and freely about my goals and my agendas. No, you don't want to. There's too many narcissists there out in the world that will try to sabotage, and they don't have their goals and agendas, so they're going to try to take yours. Okay? People who don't have their own goals, agendas, will try to sabotage yours. They'll try to shatter your goals. Okay? Just to say they did. Alright? It's just the same thing in life. It's just a reality in life, And there's not a police that you're going to be able to call. There's not even a way that you're going to be able to get them back ever. Okay? So So how do you deal with this? Okay, what is that again? On 1, the dream. Don't share this with anybody else. Okay, don't tell them about your dreams. Okay. Too many narcissist pieces of crap out there. What I'm saying? And you start dealing with people who are the epitome of privilege. Okay. And then you start to deal with people who start to get in these so-called elites or not elites. Usually they're just some self-entitled brat who's using their daddy's Freemason password or something like that. Okay, and these people don't have those laws, and you're not gonna have any type of answer. Okay, there's not gonna be a positive answer because these people are so far gone. They're too far gone. Okay, that it's gonna end up happening once and again. And so, you sharing your dreams and goals with somebody like this, who doesn't have laws, the set of rules don't apply to them. They probably let everybody else in life except for them. Well, you're not. It's too much of a psychological mind f to get into. So don't share your dreams or goals with people. They're only going to try to sabotage them. Okay. Manifesting these goals and agendas, that could be something. That could be something that's you would think that would be beneficial. You would think that you could be able to share your goals and agendas and talk about what you wanted to do. Okay, that could be manifesting. Someone says, if you're around a narcissist, you're not going to be able to do this. Okay, they will try to sabotage your goals and agendas, and it will stop them from manifesting your dreams. Okay, because there are people out there that are that psychologically sick. Okay, and the narcissist and the narcissism starts to get out of control with some of these people. Don't tell anybody that you're planning to do anything. Okay, so level 3 being a plan, and that could be a business plan. That could be a business plan and an agenda. You need a business plan and an agenda. You want it to be sound. Financially, you want it to be sound. Psychologically, meaning it's beneficial and you like what you're doing. But this is being a plan, just being a dream, just being you're trying to manifest these dreams. You don't want to tell nobody this. Okay. The narcissist will only try to sabotage this. The sick narcissist will try to sabotage this. Okay. Don't tell nobody this. That's your plan. Okay. Don't tell nobody that you have dreams, you have ambitions. You don't tell nobody that you have this and that. You can't share it with them. Okay. They're only going to try to shatter it. Nothing good will happen from you telling somebody you had dreams, you have ambitions. Okay. Next, having a business model. Okay. Having supply and demand. Okay. Having some of the intricate business details of supply and demand of and that being a whole nother concept in itself. What I'm saying? The supply didn't meet the demand of somebody's life, and so they went and found something else somewhere else. Okay, that's how that void ends up getting filled. Okay, the void is there. It needs a supply of emotion. Okay, it demands to be filled with something. It will get filled with something, and that being you could be positive. Most likely is not being negative with most of the narcissism and narcissistic people that act out on it. Being it affected you, they turn into these psychological problems, start to turn into psychopaths because they've acted out on a psychological problem, and that being you, your goals, your agendas. So you don't want to share these things with these people. You don't want to share your business plan with somebody who's like this. You do not want to be anywhere near them. Okay, so going into the supply and demand of the intricate of business details of how you were going to do things, how you were going to have this and that and this and that. Do not do not even associate any of this, much less entertain and some of these incriminating conversations. What I'm saying? Like somebody, they may ask you, "What are you doing?" And what was your dreams? What were your dreams? What are your dreams and goals, man? It's so, and if you start to share them with somebody, oh, I just wanted to be talkative, this and that. Well, they are going to just use that against you. And so it's just a real psychological piece of work that you end up having to be a psychological detective and figure out that that's you know how they're feeling the voids that are in their own lives, and feeling that with emotions. And you don't want to be around anything or anybody who starts to do that. Okay, so there's a real just pieces of garbage out there. Okay, which ends up what these people end up being. And not that, them not having their own goals and agendas. So you can't tell them and share them. So all the negative, 1 through 10 out of narcissism, but that could also be something positive. But the thing about it is that if you have positive narcissism, it means that you have some type of goal and agenda. You're getting up, you're doing things, you're being active. Okay, doing an active force. Active force is coming out of your body. Active force is coming out of you. Okay, that is viewed as narcissism. Okay, by a beta. Okay, that is an alpha activity that is plowing the field. Okay, it's the plow, and it's plowing the field. It's being active force. Okay, that's out there making things happen. Okay, that's viewed as narcissism. That's viewed as being, and in this negative light, that somebody was jealous of that. They're gonna be jealous of that. So and if you being self-sufficient, you don't have to worry. Why would you have to worry about a psychopath if they were psychopaths by themselves, because they've acted on a psychopath and it affected your life? Okay, but until that happens, there's positive narcissism. Okay, having dreams, having goals, wanting to do your best at those things. I don't consider them narcissists. They shouldn't be, right? But that is what somebody else is jealous of you. Okay, that's what somebody else is envious of. That's what they're greedy of, is that your dreams, your goals, and ambitions. And do not share these with anybody. Okay, don't share your dreams and goals with people. Okay, just do it. Okay, you just figure out how to do it, and you just do it. Don't let them don't let them sabotage you. Okay, because that's all they're going to try to do. And somebody who's got more than you trying to sabotage your hard work, I mean, jeez, there really are some major psychopaths out there. And they could be somebody who you trust, somebody who you're supposed to trust. Could be your friend, somebody you thought was your friend, could be a family member. And that's, good luck changing that. But you won't trust these people. Could be a loved one, somebody who you love, but they don't feel the same for you anymore, or they did, but they don't anymore, and that changed, and now they hate you because you have dreams, you have goals, you have ambitions, and they think it's narcissism. They think you're trying to be better than them. You're trying to do better than everyone else. They spin it that way, and you just maybe have a drive, an unsaid drive, an unsaid dream in this people. So even talking about your dreams and goals and emotions like that, it's gonna get spun, okay, by these people, these folks. So you can't do it, but you can only, I'm gonna do another video here in a second about trying to, ultimately, and dismantling narcissism. In which a lot of things that you can do to nip things in the bud. Okay, nip things in the bud with these people. It's going to be, detrimental, absolutely detrimental to your life. So not having any type of association, you start to hear these phrases, this and that, and you start to hear other people use these phrases. Just realize, I'm gonna stay away from this person. I all of a sudden I started to hear them screaming, "I was the one who did this first," blah blah blah, from across the room. And maybe y'all could leave me a note or something like that, man. I was able to dip and get out of there, and I was like, I was saved the day. I was able to, not be sabotaged by these people. That's a W. That's a win. Okay, you started to hear somebody just have a conversation, and they wanted to use the narcissism because they wanted to maybe get liberal, for they wanted to get attention. They want to seek attention. So they insert this narcissistic phrase, ultimately this narcissistic phrase of, so what you're saying is that, okay, and there's nothing's good gonna happen. It's gonna, get spun into a negative. Okay, that maybe you can hear somebody say that phrase and you can be like, I heard somebody say this phrase and they said, so what you're saying is, and you're gonna have to stop right there and go, no, I did not say that, and I'm not saying that, and you don't speak for me, and you're not speaking for me. Okay, so you can't let these people insert their own phrase and agenda, because then they'll spin it and go, well, that's racist, blah blah blah. Okay, but that was sexist. But I never said that. You said that. So what you're saying is that, no, that's not what I'm saying. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I didn't ever said that. You said that, and then you try to say that I said that. No, stop. You're not telling us lie on me. Okay, so that could be other narcissistic phrases. They'll just try to use to sabotage. I'm saying, let's not wrap these up. It's getting around 15 minutes. Around. Try to keep them low, but I want to do another one here in a second. All right.